My name's Kay, and this is Beardy with our pal Larry, and this is Mantelligence.
I recently saw this video by the infographic show, and it made me especially worried about how we'd be able to get our lives back to normal. One question that stuck with me most is how to get a girlfriend if COVID-19 lasts longer than expected. So in this video, we'll be talking about 7 things you can do to get a girlfriend if the pandemic lasts 18 months or more.
And at the end of this video, we'll be sharing the one thing that you should not do when you're trying to meet someone online. Let's get started.
Number 7. Go online. Hey Kay, do you know where people are looking for dates right now?
Where?
Online, Kay. They're downloading online dating apps like crazy. These apps have reported a huge spike in new users ever since people were advised to stay at home.
Wow, that's pretty remarkable.
Yes, it is. It truly proves that people are looking for someone that they can share this unique experience with.
I think they also want to make sure they stay sane during this highly stressful time.
Yes, I agree. So how do you know how to flirt with a girl that you met through these apps? There are actually a number of great apps you can use to find a date. But in order to know how to text a girl you like, you need to take a look at our video, How to Make a Girl Crazy for You. In that video, we gave you guys our 10 tips on how to attract a girl you like with our personality. You can use these tips to bring out your personality even if you're meeting girls online or through an app. Of course, you won't be able to go near each other, at least for now, but you are able to get her to notice you. Everything else will follow. So if you guys want to know our tips, make sure to check out that video. It's already gotten over 1 million views.
Number 6, know what you're looking for. We talked about going online to look for a date during COVID-19, but since there are so many potential dates that you might meet on these apps, it's important to know what you're truly looking for. Otherwise, you'll end up constantly having too wide an array of options that you have to sort through. While this may sound like a great deal, it isn't the case when you're trying to know how to get a girlfriend.
Yes, just because you're now turning to online dating sites and apps doesn't mean you have an all-you-can-eat buffet in front of you. If your goal is to find a girlfriend, then you obviously need to just pick one. This is why you need to know what you're truly looking for in a partner. Identify 3 to 5 non-negotiable traits that you want in a girlfriend, and using this, you can start eliminating potentials. It should give you a shorter list of options because you already know what you're looking for. Even though we don't have the answer on how long the quarantine will last, we are, of course, hoping it does end soon.
When it does, and you're finally able to hang out with a potential partner, you'll want to be able to meet that person in real life and actually go on a date with her. If you're using this period to meet as many girls as possible, you might end up wasting all this precious time in trying to date around. So if you're truly serious about finding a girlfriend, you need to know what it is you're looking for.
Number 5, go talk to her. Since this period is about staying at home, communication is best done online via texting or calling. You need to know how to text a girl in a way she'll respond to you. You don't need to stress about things too much, but you do need to be able to catch her attention. You need to be different from all the other guys she's talking to.
One way you can do that is by practicing our tips on our previous video. This is how a girl wants you to text her. In that video, we gave you guys some tips on how to flirt with a girl over text so that you can get her to notice you.
It may not seem much, but these tips will surely get you ahead of the game. Let me show you a few examples. See, when you're texting a girl, you shouldn't send out long paragraphs or blocks of text to her. Long paragraphs sent over text are too intense for a light conversation. They may be okay when you're talking about more intimate and deeper things, but for casual talks, it's not recommended.
On the flip side, you also shouldn't send line-by-line texts. While you may be trying to imitate your natural voice when talking in person, if you send text after text, it will make you look annoying and impatient. You need to know how to text your crush so you can master the art of texting. When you do that, you'll be able to catch her attention. Make sure to watch our video on the 11 tricks to flirt with a girl over text. You'll learn a thing or two.
Number 4, get to know her. One thing you got to appreciate during this COVID-19 pandemic is that when it comes to dating, it has certainly turned things around. Before this whole pandemic even took place, people have been using online dating apps and websites to find a potential casual fling. Most guys only use the app to find someone to spend time with, not to find a serious mate. And while there are still some people doing this, it's been way more difficult for casual meets to take place during this pandemic. Instead of using the app just to find someone to keep them occupied, more and more are using it for its intended purpose, how to get a girlfriend.
Many may be impatiently asking, how long will this pandemic last? But you can put this time to good use to genuinely get to know the other person you're talking to. You can have more meaningful and deeper conversations with the person you're talking to since you're both in no hurry to meet anytime soon. And because of this, you both can truly develop feelings for one another that will make for a stronger relationship foundation when you decide to go that route.
Boy, time sure does fly when you're in the middle of an interesting topic.
I know, Beardy. We're already halfway through our list. Are you still asking how to make a girl like you during this COVID-19 pandemic? We still have 3 other tips to share with you, so hang on to your seats.
And since we don't want you to strike out, we'll be sharing one crucial tip to help you know how to get a girlfriend during this time. Let's get back to our list.
Number 3, don't get catfished. Hey, Beardy, have you ever been catfished?
Personally, no, but I've known a lot of people that have gotten catfished by the person they met online.
Yes, it's so easy for online scams to come at you nowadays. So we really recommend you take your relationship to another level, especially if you're getting seriously interested in that person. Because of the pandemic, you can't exactly leave your house to do that. Instead, invite her to have a video call with you. You can think of it like a casual virtual date. If she tries to make excuses about meeting up for a video chat, don't roll over. Prove to her that you're worth it.
This is a tip we also shared on our 7 texting rules every guy should know video. In that video, we gave you guys different tips on how girls want you to text her. When you watch that video, you'll learn different tips on how to talk to girls over text or through messaging apps.
Now, when you have a strong connection with someone, you can move your conversation off of text and into a video call. That way, you can both see that you're talking to a real-life, actual person, and it will definitely improve your connection. And that's something no one can take away from you. Don't forget to check out our video on the 7 texting rules every guy should know. It's gotten almost 1 million views already.
Number 2, have a virtual date. After learning how to talk to your crush, the next thing you want to do is ask her out.
But Beardy, we're in a health crisis. We can't exactly go out anytime soon.
That's right. Well, lucky for us, technology is on our side. In our How to Make a Girl Fall in Love with You Fast video, we talk to you guys about being a gentle jerk. It's one of the ways how to get a girl to like you because you're letting her see you as sweet, caring, and helpful, but also an unapologetically bold person. You can achieve this when you actually ask her out on a date. With COVID-19 disturbing our dating tendencies, you can turn to doing things online. Hop on a video call or have a virtual drink or meal together. You can also watch the same movie together.
I heard Netflix released a new feature that lets you watch with your friends at the same time.
Yes, this feature's called Netflix Party, and I think it's a great way to feel like you're watching a movie with your friends.
I'll definitely try that one soon. But I also wanted to add that the options for a virtual date don't just end there. You can also set up a multiplayer online game if you're both into gaming. The list goes on. You can get creative depending on your interests. This way, you can show her that you're a sweet and easygoing guy and innovative too. Don't forget to check out our video on how to make her fall in love with you fast. It already has almost 2.5 million views.
Number 1, it's your call. You know how there are guys out there who always say they want to have a girlfriend? Well, do you know what that one thing is that keeps them from having one, Kay?
What, Beardy?
Their problem is their own selves. Even if they're dying to have a girlfriend, they're afraid of being confident with themselves.
Oh, that's true. I have some friends who keep wondering why they still don't have a girlfriend. I mainly tell them that if they want to have a girlfriend, they have to man up. These are the same guys who are too blind to see the signs that she wants you to talk to her. We've shared 5 signs that girls send out when they want you to know they like you. If you neglect to see these signs, or if you see them but you neglect to respond to them, you've probably been wondering why you still have no girlfriend. Until today. That's because the girl's already doing her part in showing you she's interested. The rest is up to you.
You can't expect her to still show interest in you if you keep doing nothing. If you don't man up and ask her out, someone else will, and you will regret that big time. If you want to live a life with no regrets, this is one step you have to take. She'll really be happy you took the initiative in asking her out. Don't forget to check out our video on when to approach girls. It already has 12,000 likes.
We've come to the end of our video, and as promised, we'll be showing you the one thing you should never do when you're trying to find a girlfriend online. And that is never ever give out your crucial information. You know, things like your bank account details, home address, social security number.
This is actually a very basic tip that everyone should remember when they're going online. And during this time of crisis, scammers will really stop at nothing to try and rip other people off. You have to be careful that you're not dealing with those kinds of people. Basically, you should not disclose any type of information that people might use to their advantage. Just don't do it.
Nothing good can come from sharing those types of information. Gentlemen, this is Mantelligence. Today we're showing you 14 expert tips to texting a girl you like. It can be hard enough knowing what a woman wants when you're with her, much less with a few simple characters on your cell phone screen. And that's why it's so helpful to have a list of tips from a woman telling you exactly what to do. So, here's how to text a girl you like. Guys, the first texts you send a girl are extremely important because it's these texts that help her determine if she wants to be more than just friends with you. So be sure to follow each of these 3 powerful tips closely. Number 1, text her within 24 hours of meeting her. You've heard the old school rule, guys should wait 2 to 3 days before contacting a woman. But times have changed, and today that rule is absolutely ridiculous. And that's mostly because it's become so much easier to get in contact with someone. And since it is so easy to pick up your phone and send her a few words, she thinks, if he's interested in me, why wouldn't he get in touch with me more quickly? So send a text within 24 hours. Otherwise, she'll think you're not interested. Number 2, use her name. Immediately jumping into calling a girl a nickname can be a bit off-putting. Instead, it's better to start things off somewhere comfortably between formal and casual. So in your first texts, simply calling her by her name is the safest way to go. Number 3, remind her of something that happened when you met. In your first few texts, you don't want to send her something boring and unoriginal like, "Hey, it's Ryan," or "Hey, how are you?" Instead, send her something interesting by reminding her of the night you met, like, "Last night was so fun. You're a maniac on the dance floor." Number 4, use proper grammar. Do you still text like you did when you were back in high school? You know what I'm talking about. Using the number 2 instead of TO, or using the letter Y instead of WHY. Texting with improper grammar is a big turnoff to a girl because it shows you're too lazy to do even a simple task like writing out a full word. It takes less than a second to spell out the word, but it makes all the difference. Equally as important are those texts you send right before you ask her out, because otherwise she'll get bored before you even get the chance. So, how do you do that? Pay close attention to these must-know things. Number 1, text her the same way she texts you. For an easy way to figure out how to text this girl, look at how she's texting you. How many emojis does she use? How long are her texts? How often is she texting you? Mirroring how she's comfortable texting you is a great and safe way to text her. Number 2, text with a purpose. Think about it. The whole purpose of texting a girl is to eventually go out on a date with her, right? So don't send random pointless texts, because if this conversation isn't going anywhere, either she'll lose interest or she'll think you have. Instead, send texts that compliment her, entertain her, and keep the conversation going. Number 3, make her wait to hear from you. Because women want a man with better things to do than sit around waiting for her next text, you shouldn't always immediately text her back. Now, this doesn't mean you should be rude, but give it some time before texting her back. Number 4, send her exciting pictures of what you're doing. All right, guys, listen up. A woman wants her man to have a life outside of their relationship, and the reason why is simple. It shows that he's someone interesting to be around. So show her your interests and send her pictures of you doing your manly hobbies. Number 5, remember things she tells you about herself. One of the most important things to a woman is to know that her man is listening to her. It's a simple thing, but it makes her feel appreciated and loved. Let her know that you hear her, either by bringing up something that she's mentioned in the past, or by asking questions about something she has said in order to have a deeper conversation. So, you've asked her out and she said yes? Congratulations. But guys, this is where a woman can get hugely turned off by a guy's text. Why? Because this is where a lot of guys get careless in the texts they send. But it's easy to avoid that by following these tips. Number 1, don't rely only on teasing her to keep her attention. Guys, here's the thing. Girls will eventually think men are cowards if they're always hiding their feelings behind teasing. And at some point, she'll want you to man up and tell her things like, "You're pretty," "You're so smart," or "I like being around you." Number 2, show her your good traits instead of telling them to her. Do you like listening to people brag about themselves? Of course you don't, and neither do women. So instead of bragging and telling her these things, show her by sending texts like, "I finished my book last week and can't find a new one. Any suggestions?" Number 3, joke with her, but not inappropriately. While it's important to show her you have a sense of humor, telling inappropriate jokes will make you look like an immature, crude man. What are inappropriate jokes? Avoid anything that's racist, sexual, insulting, or overly mean. Number 4, don't constantly text back and forth when you can just call. As you two get closer, you'll end up spending less time texting and more time talking on the phone or physically together in person. And at a certain point, a girl will get confused why you're constantly texting her instead of just calling. So when it's time, instead of sending, "What's up? I'm just chilling at home," be a man, pick up the phone and call her. Number 5, don't suddenly stop texting her. We've all done it before. You're walking into the gym, a meeting, or a bar to meet a buddy, and you suddenly stop sending text messages. Normally, this is fine, but if you've been quickly texting back and forth, the sudden silence is confusing, especially in the beginning of a relationship. So instead, be polite and let her know what's going on. For example, "Just got to the gym. I'll text you later."
What are other tips you have on how to get a girlfriend during COVID-19? Let us know in the comments below. Gentlemen, since we're all cooped up in our homes and we don't know how long this quarantine's gonna last, the best way to get closer to your goal of learning how to get a girlfriend amidst this COVID-19 pandemic is through texting above all.